All right. We are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this afternoon on this 4th of July, the Baltimore Orioles will be wrapping up a 3-game series against the Seattle Mariners at T-Mobile Park. How you doing, everybody? Happy Independence Day. It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. People call me BW for short. That works for me. I hope you're having a good holiday already. This afternoon, back on the East Coast, early afternoon on the West Coast. It's afternoon everywhere in the continental United States. It is 3 a.m. where I'm sitting. It's the 5th of July where I am right now, but I'm still celebrating along with the rest of you. Looking to watch some classic baseball, the American pastime on America's birthday. No better way to celebrate it in my humble view. Let me say hello to those here in Charm City chat. Hey, chat, say hello back. Let me know you can hear me loud and clear. It's always good to hear back from Charm City chat, especially for one of these 3 o'clock in the morning ball games for your boy here. Gonna do my best to get through this with a smile on my face. Yeah, let me say hello to those who might be new to the channel. Welcome in. I'm glad you found the channel. I just started it up in time for this 2024 season, and I've been covering every single Orioles game all season long. I think we're 86 games into the season now, and tied for the best record as far as above 500 on the year. 24 games above 500, 55 and 31. We reached 24 games over 500 on that Sunday game a couple of weekends ago when we beat up on the Yankees. What was it, 17-5? Then we had that 5-game losing streak, and we're wondering, oh boy, what's going to happen? Well, I'll tell you what happened. We bounced back, and now we're right back to where we were before that 5-game losing streak, and we've got a couple of game lead on the Yankees coming into today, and last I checked, the Yankees are losing to the Reds right now as we speak. So this could be a very special holiday indeed as the Orioles look to try and sweep the Seattle Mariners here in the final game with Corbin Burnes on the mound. So yes, let me just persuade those of you that might be new to my channel, give it a chance. I think you're going to enjoy it. I'm a dedicated Orioles fan. I put my heart and soul into calling these games every single day and night. As you can see, it doesn't matter what time of day. I'm here for it. Rain, sleet, snow, and the occasional cluster headache. It doesn't matter. I'm here. I've got my coffee, and I'm ready to go. So if you do enjoy the channel, new folks, give it a try again. And think about hitting that subscribe button. It's right there at the bottom of your screen. And join up with these fellow bird watchers. Folks, we're on the road to 1,500 subscribers, and we're only about 60 away. That could happen in just a few days, or maybe a couple of days. Hell, maybe tomorrow. Hell, maybe today. I don't know. It all depends on you guys. Yeah. Let's get into this. We've got a starting pitching matchup that looks like this. Corbin Burnes for your Baltimore Orioles, your staff ace, going for his 10th win of the season. An ERA of a minuscule 2.28. 9-3 record. Be going up against a right-hander by the name of Bryce Miller. Another talented arm in this Mariners rotation. Maybe not as good as a George Kirby or a Logan Gilbert, but he's not too far behind in the pecking order. He has a record of 6-7, an ERA of 3.88. All right, let's see. It's already 5 minutes after the hour. The lineups that are for today's ball games are listed right there on the screen for you. But from now, I'm going to work on getting this ball game up and making sure there are no issues there. Looks like there won't be yet. That's a good sign. All right, there's Corbin Burnes walking in from the bullpen area back toward the Oriole road team dugout. We've got Kevin Brown and Jim Palmer on the call here, the Masson crew. The Orioles on the season, remember that we played each other back at Camden Yards, are 4-1. They took a 2-1 series win at Camden Yards and won the first two here. They've outscored the Mariners 24-10 in those 5 games, so that's about an average score of 5-2. And speaking of 5-2, we've out-homered the Mariners 5-2 in those 5 games. Stolen bases 4 to their 1. And we've done well against these Mariners so far. All right. Excuse me. Let's talk about the Orioles starting lineup. It looks like this. Gunnar Henderson will lead off and play short. Heston Kjerstad is going to be in the lineup and bat second today. How about them apples? I do believe he's the DH today in the 2 spot. Ryan Mountcastle is back out of the lineup today after DHing. I guess the idea is for the Orioles to ease him back after whatever was giving him issues recently. He did DH yesterday, and he had an RBI single, so it looks like he's nearing a full return, but he will be out of the lineup at least for the start of today. So Kjerstad will be at the DH, bat second. Ryan O'Hearn will be at first base, hitting at third. Anthony Santander will be your cleanup hitter. In right field, Jordan Westberg will play third base and bat fifth. Colton Cowser in the 6th spot. He'll be in left field. Cedric Mullins is your center fielder batting 7th. Jorge Mateo at second base batting 8th. And finally, James McCann will be behind the plate. No Adley Rutschman in the lineup at all either today. McCann will bat 9th. For the Mariners, I'll bring up their Twitter page here just to make sure these positions are correct. We have J.P. Crawford leading off for the Mariners, playing shortstop. Mitch Garver in the 2 spot, the DH. Cal Raleigh then hits third as the catcher. Luke Raley, the cleanup hitter. He'll play left field. Julio Rodriguez moves up to the 5 spot after hitting in the 7 hole the first 2 ball games of the series. He'll be in center field. Ty France batting 6th and playing first base. Josh Rojas will bat 7th and play third. Mitch Haniger in right field hitting 8th, and Ryan Bliss will be at second base. Folks, I got to tell you, this Mariners lineup, it's not only that not very good, it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, you got Mitch Garver and Cal Raleigh batting 2nd and 3rd. I mean, those are like your sluggers. Those are your beefy guys. Those guys should be hitting like 4 and 5. 2nd and 3rd, and then you follow it up with Raley as your cleanup hitter. He should probably be hitting 3rd. I get moving Julio Rodriguez up a little bit, but I don't know. This lineup, I hope Corbin Burnes can handle a lineup like this. I'll tell you that. All right, folks. First pitch is only a minute or 2 away. I'm ready to light up a Lucky. In fact, I'm kind of working on finishing up a J I'm rolling over here. I gotta get through this night, folks. How you doing, Charm City chat? I might be sort of off to the side here, doing a little J rolling. I might be slightly hanging off screen here with my extra desk room. So just stand by, folks. I'll be right there. Happy 4th of July, everybody. The Orioles have won 6 of their last 7 ball games. Not too shabby. Don't worry, folks. If you're just walking in the door, I'm right here. The game is about to get started. Bryce Miller taking his final warm-up pitches. All right, folks, I'll just wrap up that whole thing later. We're about to get started. Gunnar Henderson stepping into the batter's box with Bryce Miller on the mound. Here we go. Boy, I look pale with this lighting tonight. Might have to work on this lighting. First pitch of the ball game, folks. Here it is. On the outside edge, but called ball one. 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Bryce Miller. We'll see if the scoreboard strike zone will pop up here in a moment. Gunnar Henderson coming into today hitting .284. And this pitch is outside. 2-0 the count. That's right, folks. I know it's a holiday, but we might have to do a little housekeeping. I hope you got your brooms on standby. Gunnar has not done much so far in this series. 2-0 pitch is on the outside, but ball three. First three pitches are out of the zone to begin the ball game. Gunnar Henderson with a 3-0 count. Bryce Miller on the mound. This pitch is bottom of the zone for a called strike. Okay, I guess I'll just try and refresh this page and see if the scoreboard magically pops up. I don't understand how it works. Eventually it's there. 3-1 count on Gunnar Henderson as we lead off the ball game. Here's a pitch. That's one drilled into the gap. Right center field. It'll get down and split the outfielders. Gunnar's going to hit second base. He's thinking three. Here comes the relay, and it is in time by a mile. Gunnar, what are you doing? Ah, boy, Gunnar Henderson, just too much aggressiveness. It's hard to knock the hustle of Gunnar Henderson. His aggressiveness can do a lot for you, but, man, when you're leading off the ball game, 2 bases is good enough. That ball beat him pretty quick. I mean, he was out by quite a bit. He was out by quite a bit on that one. So now instead of a runner at second base, nobody out, it's base empty, 1 out. Heston Kjerstad looks at a called strike. That's all right. We're just going to have to keep swinging the bat like that. And there's a called strike, too, on a breaking ball. That's a slider there from Miller. Kjerstad hitting .265, 0 for 4 in the series. And this one is fouled back. Still 0-2 on Kjerstad. Man, Gunnar, come on, buddy. I'm gonna blame a little bit of that over aggressiveness on the fact that Gunnar had gone a couple of games not looking good at the plate, striking out a lot. He finally really got into one. As this one sneaks through, and that's why, Gunnar, you gotta stay there on second base. Heston Kjerstad with a soft ground ball up the middle for a base hit, and Gunnar could have been walking home by now. Instead, it's 1 on, 1 out with Kjerstad at first base. Yeah, in a different situation, if Gunnar's up there with 1 out and versus no out, it's a different thought. If it's later in the ball game, if it's winning by a certain amount or losing by a certain amount, there's things to consider in a play like that for Gunnar Henderson. But I think when you're leading off the ball game, unless you're damn sure you're going to make it, just take 2. We'll get you in. We got the hitters coming up right after you. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Ryan O'Hearn. It's low and in for ball 2. Ryan O'Hearn was a one-man wrecking crew in last night's ball game. He had a solo homer and a 2-run double, and he also scored a run. So he drove in 3 and scored the 4th of all 4 Oriole runs. 2-0 pitch is off the outside edge, ball 3. Hey folks, last I checked, the Reds are. Is it a final? Did the Yankees lose? Is that final? Here's the 3-0 to Ryan O'Hearn, and that's in there for a called strike. 96, bottom outside corner of the zone. Oh my great day in the morning. The Yankees have been swept at home. That was in the Bronx, right? Oh, great day in the morning. 3-1 pitch to O'Hearn is swung on and popped up. Shallow right center. The center fielder is there. He makes the catch. Rodriguez will throw it back in. Kjerstad goes back to first base. 2 down here in the top of the first. Should be 1-0 already. Really should. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite us by the end of the ball game. We're going for a sweep today and trying to put a little distance between us and the Yankees in the standings. Unbelievable. We're saying this a week removed from a 5-game losing streak. Here's Anthony Santander, folks. He takes a first pitch called strike on the outside corner. 234 average, 22 homers, 56 RBI, OPS over 800, and not in the starting lineup for your all-star team. Tony got the shaft. 0-1 pitch is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's right, folks. Get them taters up. How you guys doing? Isaac, Janet, Baxter, Chris, Card, Shantae. Boy, all the mods are here in the middle of the 4th of July. I've got the best mods out there. Do I know how to recruit or what? The 1-1 pitch popped up. And it's going to get out of play off to the left side. Pretty good looking 4th of July crowd here for the Mariners. They usually draw good attendance no matter what's going on. Lovely afternoon in the Pacific Northwest from what I can see. 1-2 the count on Santander. 2 down, runner at first. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Wow, Miller went up the ladder with that one. Santander tried to get it about shoulder high, came up swinging and missing. The Orioles had 2 hits. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the first. Orioles nothing, and the Mariners coming to bat. We swept the Reds. Earlier in the year, yes, we did. In Cincinnati, we had a 3-game sweep. That's right. Hey, folks, I'm like a minute away from finishing up this J. All right, so let's get this out of the way. I still need to have my regular lucky. It'll be Jake P. Crawford, Mitch Garver, and Cal Riley due up for the Mariners. right, we're in business. If I can only find one more utensil here. Got that. Oh, here we go. Okay. Got all the things I need here at BirdWatcher headquarters. All right, here we go, folks. Corbin Burnes on the mound. First pitch is gone after by Crawford, and that's going to get down for a base hit right center field. And just like that, one pitch into the ball game, we don't have to worry about a no-hitter or a perfect game or any of that nonsense. We'll just let Corbin Burnes settle in after giving up a one-pitch base hit to J.P. Crawford. Fox, I'm not sure if Bob Vila is done yet or not, but the noise did die down yesterday, not long after it started. Mitch Garver at the plate. This is his first start in the series. The Mariners signed Garver in the winter as a full-time DH. Used to catch as well, but not much of a defensive catcher. Brought in to swing the bat. He came in yesterday's ball game to pinch hit, got a base hit, and was immediately removed. Now getting the start today, he's hitting only 176 on the season, 10 home runs. The 1-0 pitch to Garver is at the bottom of the zone from Burnes for a called strike. 1-1 the count. Crawford probably in the mood to run. Anybody who's been monitoring Corbin Burnes understands that one of his Achilles' heels is that inability to keep runners on base where they are. There's a swing and a miss on a pitch right down the middle there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It looked like a slider, I guess. A little bit of a right to left movement on that pitch. 1-2 count on Garver. Nobody out, bottom of the first. There's a check swing. He went around. Garver waves at that pitch low and away. Burnes records his first out and strikeout of the ball game. Hey, David, how you doing? How about them O's, huh? How about that fight back after that 5-game losing streak? Here is Cal Raleigh. He's had the only offense in the series on one swing, a solo shot in last night's ball game, hitting .201 on the season. As Burnes checks on the runner Crawford, the ball gets away by a couple of feet there at first. Crawford was down on the ground. So nothing to worry about there. The Orioles have got a special 4th of July themed hat on. It's a gray hat with a black bill and a red, white, and blue sort of stars and stripes O. And Crawford's off, and there's the throw down from his knees. McCann cannot throw out Crawford. So there you go. Once again, an opposing team exploiting the inability by Corbin Burnes to hold runners and keep them from stealing. So the Mariners have a runner in scoring position now after the Crawford steal. 2-0 count now on Cal Raleigh. And this one is swung on and missed. Foul tip on a cutter up and in. Two balls and 1 strike. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy birthday, America. 2-1 pitch is swung on. That one's drilled in the right field, but coming in on it and making a diving catch is Anthony Santander. Oh, I say drilled. It looked like it was going to go far off the bat. Instead, the ball was dropping. Santander had to hustle in, and again, this guy will leave his feet and catch a baseball. Maybe not in the most, what would you say? Not the most stylish guy out there, but he does it again. A diving grab of that baseball. 2 down in the inning. Runner still at second base. And that pitch is inside to Luke Raley. Raley hitting .252. For this team, that's pretty good. Next pitch is swung on broken bat and a soft liner to second base. Mateo just has to move his glove to his left a little bit. And that's it. Corbin Burnes works around a base hit. We go to the second inning. No score in Seattle. All right. Lucky time. I got through 1 inning. How you doing, Charm City chat? What we got here? We got Chris. How about that Dean Kramer, huh, David? 5 shutout innings. Little problematic with the walks, but hopefully that's just a little bit of the rust, and hopefully that stamina will get built up. He can go more than 5 innings. Dean Kramer has brought another arm back to the rotation. For every O's run scored tonight, I will set off 1 bottle rocket in my backyard. Well, William, I hope it looks like Fort McHenry at your house here by the time this game's over then. Bring on the runs. Let's have a lucky together. Well, hot damn. I'll take you up. I'll take you up on that offer. Where's the lighter? It's the only thing I'm missing here. Hold on a sec. Yeah. Let's see here. Where is the lighter? All right. Folks, I know some of these West Coast games for you, it just feels like late night, sort of a different kind of vibe. It's always a different vibe for me when I'm starting a game at 3 o'clock in the morning. What can I tell you? Especially after I'd just gotten used to normal sleeping for about a week there. Here's Jordan Westburg. He takes off the plate for ball 1. Westburg coming into today hitting .281. This one is off the plate outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's a called strike. Bottom half of the zone. Inside half of the plate. 2-1 the count on Westburg. Will he make the All-Star roster as a reserve? I feel like he deserves a spot. This one is hit back up the middle. The shortstop grabs it. Crawford to first in time. Westburg retired. 1 down here in the top of the second. Seattle defense left to right in the outfield. Luke Raley, Julio Rodriguez, and Mitch Haniger. Rojas at third. Crawford at short. Bliss at second base. France at first, Raleigh behind the plate. Thank you, Masson. The bombs bursting in air. I can't read that without thinking of Christmas Vacation. Here is Colton Cowser. Folks. Cowser is 2 for 4 in the series. Did not play in yesterday's ball game. as he lifts one foul off to the left. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the second. There's a panoramic shot of T-Mobile Park. It looks like the upper deck is about 55-60% full. Lower deck about 80-85% full, I'd say. 1-1 the count on Colton Cowser. And that's a called strike on the outside corner. Split finger there from Bryce Miller. Oh, boy, that's a good lucky. It cures what ails me. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that's low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I have no idea what kind of audience in terms of numbers to expect today for a afternoon ball game on the 4th of July. This one is fouled back by Cowser. Still 2-2. 138 people already here. Wow. How's the like count looking, Card? Should we encourage people to tap that button as this pitch is low to Cowser and the count will run full? Full count on the milkman. Cedric Mullins is on deck. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the second, no score. The Orioles looking for the sweep today. They will head down to Oakland after today's game to take on the Athletics for 3 games, and then back home for a 6-game series, and then it's a 6-game homestand, I should say, and then it's the All-Star break. As Cowser pops one up foul and out of play, still a full count here. I was trying to remember what the other team was we had at home. It's the Cubs. So after we play here, we go play Oakland for 3. We come home, we play the Cubs for 3, and then the Yankees for 3, and then the All-Star game. Cowser, another 3-2 pitch is fouled back. He is up there hacking, working the count, keeping this AB alive. 30 pitches for Miller with 1 out in the second. That's right, Robert. I think Erceg, E-R-C-E-G, is the guy we ought to be looking at. There's ball 4. A nice batting eye there from Cowser on the pitch that Miller was hoping to get a strike 3 call from. Bottom of the zone, outside part of the plate, but a little bit too far outside. The milkman draws a walk. Here's Ced Mullins, 215 average, 9 homers, 29 driven in. And he goes after the first pitch and drills one down into the right field corner, but it's foul just by a few feet. There's only a few feet of room there between the foul line and the stands, and that's where Mullins hit it, down there in the right field corner. He turned on that pitch. Just couldn't straighten it out. 0-1 the count. He is hitting .318 in his last 20 ball games. That's a nice sample size. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt, and the catcher has to play it on a bounce, and Cowser is going to take second base. Colton Cowser immediately read that wild pitch. It was in front of the catcher the whole time, but it took a high bounce. And by the time Cal Raleigh was thinking about picking it up, he had already given up. Cowser was at second base. So a runner in scoring position, the double play no longer in order. And a 1-1 count to Mullins. Here it is, swung on a missed on a splitter, low and in. With 2 strikes, this crowd just 1 out in the inning. They're making noise. The Seattle crowd is a good crowd. And look at that. Wow, Mullins goes after another splitter, it looks like. That one in the dirt. And he strikes out. Mullins goes down swinging on a splitter that falls off the table. 2 down in the inning, and it's going to be up to Jorge Mateo. Try to drive in this runner at second base. First pitch to Mateo is high for ball 1. Mateo batting .232, 5 homers, 18 RBI. 0 for 3 in the series. 1-0 pitch is hit back up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman. Throw to first is low, but it gets there in time, and Mateo is retired. The Orioles are set down. They get a hit. They leave a man on. We go to the bottom of the second. No score in Seattle. All right. We're just going to have to wait. Play the waiting game. I can wait. I've got the patience. We're playing with house money, folks. We've already won the series. The Yankees have already been swept. We are playing with house money on the 4th of July. And how about that? The Phillies are getting spanked by the Cubs. Were we to win today, and this game, which is going to the 9th inning, holds up, which I think we can go ahead and lock that in. So let's just say if we win today, we're 1 game behind the Phillies for the best record in baseball. The best record in baseball. How would that sound going into the All-Star break? I think that would sound pretty good. It almost makes me think like we deserve more than 2 starters in the All-Star game or something. I don't know. Hot take from your boy BW. Yeah, I guess I should bring up the sub count and all that good stuff. We're probably done over here with Twitter for the day. What is this right here? I'm getting a notification of my own live stream. I don't think I need to be notified of myself, but thank you, YouTube. Thank you for thinking of me. All right, folks, we are 54. Count them, 54. Uh-oh. Come on, get on up in there. We are 54 away. There you go. 54, folks, to 1,500. 3 months into a brand new channel. Unbelievable. All right, here we go. Bottom of the second. First pitch by Burnes is a called strike on the outside corner to Julio Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 1 for 8 in the series and hitting just .244 in the season. A check swing, and that is strike 2 on a pitch off the plate. 0-2 the count on Rodriguez, leading off the bottom of the second. This one is way off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Everything's been away to Rodriguez so far. Now he goes in, does Burnes. Too far inside, and the count even up at 2-2. Two-two pitch is popped up and behind the plate, out of play. Orioles defense, left to right in the outfield. Cowser, Mullins, and Santander. Westberg at third, Gunnar at short, Mateo at second, Ryan O'Hearn at first base, McCann behind the plate. Rodriguez asks for time on this 2-2 count. James McCann wearing a special catching gear chest protector there with the red, white, and blue design. Here's a ball swung on and popped up on the infield. Burnes looking at it. Gunnar Henderson will take control right behind the pitcher's mound and make an infield pop-up out. That is how it's been for Julio Rodriguez. He hit that ball like Willie Mays Hayes, straight up in the air. He should be required to do 30 push-ups after that swing. One out here in the bottom of the second. Ty France at the plate. He takes one off the plate, low and away. France hitting .230, 8 homers, 29 driven in. 1 for 6 in the series. Swing and a miss. Big curveball there from Burnes. 1 ball, 1 strike. Why is McCann getting so much playing time lately? Pure honestly, McCann has probably played the least amount in the past, 8 or 9 games than he has all season. Normally he's in there every game when we face a left-handed starter with Adley Rutschman DHing. Today, Rutschman getting a full day off, day game after a night game. 2-1 the count on Ty France, and that is a swing and a miss. France chases one off the plate outside. Count even up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the second. Yeah, folks, welcome in Pure Adrenaline Sports. As this ball is fouled off to the left. Still 2-2 on France. I mean, this is Independence Day. Today is about America. We can't sit here and let France do something. France shouldn't even be allowed in the lineup today. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and popped up, out of play. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. I see Corbin, I see France, I see somebody's underpants. This one is hit to right field. Santander going into the corner, and he makes a catch, a basket catch as he runs into the corner, out of view back there. Anthony Santander is catching every single ball he can get to. It doesn't matter. I'm not here for technicalities. Here's a pitch low and away. 1-0 the count on. Who we got up here? Josh Rojas hitting .257. 2 down, nobody on. In the bottom of the second. This pitch is off the plate, 2-0. Chris, I think it's just a matter of weighing all the things. If Santander was a little speedier, had a little more range, I would say he is a very good defender. But the lack of a ground he can cover, as this ball is ground to second base, Rojas is going to get thrown out, and Burnes is through the second inning. No problem. We head to the third, no score. Yeah, look, I think Santander is a very competent fielder, but there is a reason why you only see him play right field and never in left field, and that's because there's a lot more real estate in left field in Baltimore. He can only cover so much ground. The ground he does cover, he covers it really, really well. But if you're talking about an overall defensive outfielder, you got to take range into account. Yeah, no. So this is the special lucky, the 4th of July lucky. And it's already taken a bad turn on Burn. It's not a turn and Burn O'Hearn kind of lucky, is it, today? I don't know. I don't know, folks. I'm just chilling here. It's a holiday. It's the middle of the night. I'm just going to relax. I hope you guys don't mind. It's a relaxing affair. Sox and Marlins. Bottom 12th, 6-5 Sox. Boy, there's a game nobody's watching, but sounds exciting. Hey, folks, I forgot to go over the rules of Charm City Chat, but it seems like it's nothing really to worry about yet. You know the deal. Don't talk about politics. It's not going to get anybody anywhere. Don't go crazy about sports betting talk. You know, no spoilers, and don't insult each other, okay? Here we go. Top of the third. First pitch swinging is McCann. And that is either a foul ball or a foul tip. 0-1 the count. McCann hitting .205. He's played in 35 games of the 86 so far this season. And that is an inside-out swing, and it's going to find some ground into right field. McCann goes the other way. And, hey, we'll take that hit. Leadoff single by McCann, and that'll get the top of the order back up, which means we go over here now. 1447. Welcome in, 1447. Gunnar Henderson at the plate, 1 on, nobody out. First pitch to him is high for ball 1. Gunnar led off the ball game with a surefire double, but he was caught trying to make it a triple. Caught by quite some distance. Probably cost us a run. 1-0 pitch is lifted in the air to left field, going back on it and looking up. This ball's gonna go! Bye, birdie! Oh, Gunnar! Whatever mistakes you might make for being so aggressive, all is forgiven. This guy's got power everywhere he goes. Opposite field for his 27th of the season? Is that right? A 2-run shot, and the Orioles have taken a 2-0 lead here in the top of the third. Man, that opposite field power from Henderson is something that you only see a handful of players in baseball have. He just swings, and it just doesn't matter. It's like he's pulling the ball, but he just goes the other way. This pitch was up and in, and he takes it the other way. Folks, let me know, is that 27? As Kerstad pops one up, center field, can of corn out there for Rodriguez. All he's got to do is battle the sun, and he makes the catch. 1 out here in the top of the third. Folks, the sub-screen comes through once again. Gunnar Henderson. And we were talking about that mini funk. Well, he's got a double and a homer already here in the third inning. I think the mini funk is over. Boo-hoo. Gunnar went 2 games where he didn't go crazy. Here's Ryan O'Hearn. Swing and a miss, top of the zone. 1 out, 2 runs in, base is empty. Oh, you're talking about Dumb and Dumber there, William. Lloyd, just when I thought you couldn't do anything dumber, you go and you totally redeem yourself. 0-2 the count on Ryan O'Hearn. The pitch is lifted foul off to the left. And the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. "27th homer. All right, the 0-2 to Ryan O'Hearn is fouled back. We'll do it again. O'Hearn will typically battle you up there. Not often you see him go down easy. Here's the 0-2. That one's in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Orioles with a 2-run homer by Gunnar Henderson here in the top of the third, 2-0 lead. Final game of a 3-game series. In a position now with Corbin Burnes on the mound to take a sweep in Seattle. They may be sleepless, but they won't be sweepless when we're done with them. There's a called strike 3 on the inside edge to Ryan O'Hearn. 2 down in the inning. Base is empty. I guess we can go back over here now until we get another rally going. Folks, get those taters up in the chat. Base is empty, 2 down for Anthony Santander. It's the 4th of July. Show me some potato salad. First pitch is up and in. 1-0 the count. Next pitch is hit to the opposite field and will get down. A base hit for Santander. He will stop at first base. Opposite field single. Tony says, turn on the sprinklers. We're not done yet with 2 down. That is the 5th hit already for the Orioles here in the 3rd. And that'll get Jordan Westburg up here. He's 0 for 1. I'd like to see Westburg get one here. He takes way off the plate for ball 1. The one thing I will say is that it seems like Cal Raleigh can catch 3 games in a row. He's been behind the plate for all 3 Mariner games, I believe. This pitch is top of the zone to Westburg for a called strike. 1-1 the count. 2 down, runner at first. 2 runs in for the Orioles. Is Gunnar a free agent at the end of the year? Are you insane, David? No. He's not going to be a free agent until you're in your 50s. This pitch is fouled back, and the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. Don't worry about that, David. Odds are you'll have a vasectomy before Gunnar's a free agent. All right. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. That one's hit well by Westburg to left. Going back on it is Raley. He's at the wall, and he makes the catch right in front of the 376-foot sign. And Raley was turned around a couple of times going back on that pitch. But Gunnar Henderson does get the Orioles on the board with a 2-run homer, making up for that base running error to begin the ball game. 5 hits, he's got 2 of them. 6 total bases on a double and a homer. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Orioles 2, Mariners zilch. I told my cousin, you the best streamer, but she said, no, but you still the best. All right, well, you know, I mean, I'm not handsome. How old is your cousin? I got a feeling if they're under the age of like 30, then I don't have a chance to be the best streamer because, you know, I don't have any of the stupid. I don't have any Funko Pops around me or anything. I don't have any neon lighting. I don't have those big like bunny rabbit ear headphones or fuzzy things. I don't have all that crap. So that's probably why your cousin thinks I stink. Oh, that's right. There's some whack job out there who claims that I'm the best baseball play-by-play announcer on YouTube. I like to consider myself sort of part Vin Scully, part Jeff Lebowski. I sort of take the best of those two and mash them up. And this is what you get. The dude calling a ball game. If you're not handsome, at least be handy. I tell you what. Hey, it worked for the Elephant Man. All right, here we go. I'm good at calling balls. Here is the first pitch from Burnes, and it's a called strike to Mitch Haniger. I see balls, and I know how to call them. The 0-1 pitch to Haniger, hitting just .210 on the season, is high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, I'm a great umpire. I get to sit here on my little perch and see a animated strike zone on the screen, and I can scrutinize everything. I'm a great umpire sitting in my chair here. This is a check swing by Haniger on a pitch low. No swing. 2-1 the count to Haniger leading off the bottom of the third. That was only the 30th pitch of the day so far from Burnes. This one is foul back, and the count even up at 2-2. BW is the dude playing the dude. I'm the dude dressed like a dude disguised as another dude. Hey, folks, speaking of Harry Carey, remember, when we head back home for the homestand, we have the Cubs coming to town, so I'm thinking about doing a whole lot of Harry Carey. This pitch is way high. McCann could not even catch that ball as it goes to the backstop. Full count here to the leadoff man in the bottom of the third, Mitch Haniger. The Astros are now just 1 game behind the Mariners in the loss column in the West. Dude, looking out my back door. All right. Payoff pitch to Haniger. Uh-oh. Got a screen cover here. Looks like we had a foul ball there. Hey, JJ, what's going on, buddy? JJ, you got to send your peeps over here when your game ends, buddy. Come on, JJ, help a brother out and redirect your folks on over here, buddy. I'll do the same for you. This pitch is fouled at the plate. Still 3-2 on Haniger. All right, update, folks. That's right. 2029. What's the over-under? That America is still under Democratic rule. I don't know. Here's a ball grounded to third. Throw across the diamond in time there by Westberg. Haniger retired to lead off the bottom of the third. I don't know if I'm going to be around by 2029. I got to tell you. Talk about playing with house money. If I can get to 2030, there's gravy from there. There's a replay on this throw to first base, as it looked like maybe Ryan O'Hearn's foot might have come off the bag, but there's no challenge. 1 out here, nobody on. Ryan Bliss at the plate, and he takes a curveball for a called strike. All right, there's a swing and a miss from Bliss. Another breaking ball. 0-2 the count. All right, JJ. Well, I'll just keep sending people from me on over to you. You don't have to return the favor or acknowledge it at all. That's perfectly fine. You have your reasons. This pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, Mitch, I don't know. I think it could be a 50-50 call by that point. We'll see. I'll be way over here in the meantime. This one is popped up and out of play. Still 1-2 the count on Bliss. Hey, Base, how you doing, buddy? We are winning 2-0 here in the bottom of the third. 1-2 the count on Ryan Bliss. 1 out, nobody on. Corbin Burnes looking for his 10th win of the season. And he's hopefully going to make... There's a reason for Burnes to just go on his 4 days rest. Something I should probably bring up on the screen here as this pitch is up and into Bliss. 2-2 the count. A curveball swung on and missed. And Bliss had no chance. The yacker from Burnes for the strikeout. 2 down, nobody on. So here's the deal, folks. Corbin Burnes, because he's pitching the final game here, would not be in the mix against the Oakland A's. Then you talk about coming back home. If everybody starts on their normal turn in the rotation, then Corbin Burnes would be pitching Game 2 against the Cubs, which would then mean he would not make that final series against the Yankees. He would miss it by 1 day, as J.P. Crawford, who was already ahead 1-0 in the count, fouls one away. 1 ball and 1 strike on J.P. Crawford. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the third. So, but here's the deal. The Orioles have an off day on Monday after that Oakland series. We got a day off, and that's a comebacker to Burnes. He knocks it down, throws to first, and gets the out. Another satisfying inning from Corbin Burnes. He's given up just 1 hit through 3 innings. 2-0 Baltimore as we head to the 4th. So here's my idea, folks, because we're going to want to have Corbin Burnes. If he can pitch the Yankee series, then we got to get him in there. This is how we're going to do it. I hope this is how the Orioles do it. So, yeah, he pitches today. Then the next 3 in Oakland, he is not in the mix. Then you have that day off on Monday. Just skip. What we're going to have to do is skip Dean Kramer, his turn in the rotation on that first game against the Cubs. Let Corbin Burnes, on his normal 4 days rest, start that Tuesday game, the first game in the Cubs series, and let Dean Kramer just pitch a game later. Sorry, Dino, if that throws your routine off a little bit, but what that allows the Orioles to do is to get 2 more starts out of Burnes before the All-Star break rather than 1, and that second start would be the final game before the All-Star break against the Yankees. I don't know how the Orioles are planning on doing it that way, but makes all the sense in the world to me. The one sacrifice you're making is giving Dean Kramer an extra day of rest, which, considering the fact that he's just returning from a long injury layoff and his stamina isn't all the way back, doesn't really seem like much of a detriment to him either. So let's get Corbin Burnes in there for that Yankee series. And what a great way to wrap up the first half of the season, or at least first segment of the season. We're already past the halfway point. But then you got him with the time off during the All-Star break, and then he's back out there pitching the first or second game coming back out of the break. I mean, we've got Corbin Burnes, so far as we know for now, for just this 1 year. I say we get every start out of him we can. All right, here we go. Top of the fourth. Colton Cowser at the plate, and he looks at called strike one, or did he swing at that? Cowser walked his first time up. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. So that's the idea, yeah. If we can get to Oakland, I mean, if we sweep today, then I am thinking about a full road trip sweep. As Cowser pops this one up shallow left, Raley battling the sun. That glove providing the shade necessary to make that catch. What should have been a routine fly ball to shallow left was a battle there for Luke Raley, but he makes the out, one down here in the top of the fourth. Cedric Mullins. He offers with a bunt attempt, but apparently he kept the bat back on a pitch a little bit low for ball one. Miller asks for a new baseball. 2109. It didn't quite catch that. Neither did I, Mitch. What's the significance of that number? Is that how old I'll live to be? Can I make it to 2109? That would make me, what is that? 134 years old or something? I'd take that. One count on Mullins is popped up behind the plate. 1-2 strikes. Happy 4th of July, everybody. I hope you've got your belly full of barbecue and potato salad and hot dogs and burgers and all the trimmings, all the fixins. Hope it's a nice weather day for you as well. 1-2 pitch is popped foul behind the plate. Did JJ just simply ignore me after I brought that up? Come on, JJ. He just magically... He loves me, though. He does love me. All right, come on, JJ. We got to help each other out here, buddy. There's a called strike 3 there on Mullins on the inside edge. 2 down here in the top of the fourth. Mullins 0 for 2 so far today. All you need is love. Womp, 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 womp. Bryce Miller wants another new baseball. We've done it before, Pure. I'll have a little chat with JJ later. This pitch is up and JJ taught me a quarter of what I know. You probably taught me another quarter. Everything I know is from hanging out with you guys. Want to know the count on Jorge Mateo. And that's a swing and a miss on a fastball, top of the zone. 1-1 the count. 2 down, nobody on, top of the fourth. Mateo was 0 for 1 today. Best Beatles song. Oh, you're really going to open up a can of worms here, aren't you? This one is up and away. I mean, there's something very haunting and personally touching about Eleanor Rigby for me. The line about looking at all the lonely people, it just sort of hits home for me. This one is a called strike, bottom of the zone on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. A day in the life is up there. 2-2 pitch is fouled back. We'll do it again. James McCann is on deck. He's got a base hit and he scored a run today. Swing and a miss. Mateo strikes out, and the fourth inning comes to an end for the Orioles. Bottom of the fourth coming up. 2-0 Baltimore. Best Beatles song. Ba-la-la-la-la-bamba. Ba-la-la-la-la-bamba. Se necesito de cosas de Tatlia. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary, come to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Hey, there's some bangers out there. Okay. You could be the best one. Is that a song? I don't know that one. You know what's weird? It's a more poppier song of theirs, but I remember I was working somewhere as an editor for a documentary production company, and I'm doing this editing work back in the editing room there. And as I'm doing my editing, the radio is on, and the song "Help" by the Beatles comes on. You know, "Help." And "Help" just, it has a very, you know, sort of almost a jump scare, sort of poppy, catchy, jumping song to it. I never really, when I heard that song, I never sat and listened to it as a song that made me sort of sad, but I'd listened to that song one day and when I guess I was just not feeling all that great, and man, that song really touched me too. And that's one thing I really appreciated about the Beatles, was that they were able to sometimes address things like loneliness, but in a way that was optimistic and positive, and not just like sitting there making you feel more depressed than you already were. All right, there's my Beatles TED Talk. Bottom of the fourth, Mitch Garver at the plate. He takes a strike on the bottom of the zone. 0-1 the count. This pitch is popped up on the right side. Santander with a long run, and he's going to make another ridiculous catch. Another basket catch as he crashes into the screen. Are you kidding me? Anthony Santander. All right, fine, folks. Forget about it. I'm not going to put an asterisk next to anything. The man can field. Anthony Santander, get this guy a gold glove now. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. All right, there's a call strike. Hey, Matt, I see you. Hey, booty smacker. Taking some time off on this 4th of July from all that booty smacking. Want to know the count on, 0-1 the count on Cal Riley, and that's a hard liner foul off to the right. 0-2. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Corbin Burnes trying to cruise his way and help these Orioles to a series sweep of the Mariners. This pitch is low. 2-0 the count. Oh, of course, Stephen Kwan. Why not? They may as well put Michelle Kwan out there at this point. I don't care. This pitch is over the plate, but low. 2-2 the count on Cal Riley. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Low and in, 3-2. Riley, again, has supplied the only offense for the Mariners in the entire series, and that was on one swing a solo home run in yesterday's ball game. That is it. Payoff pitch is swung on and missed. Bottom of the zone from Burnes, and these Mariner batters just don't stand a chance right now. I've never felt so comfortable about a 2-0 lead than I do right now. Smacking some booty after the win. All right. This pitch is inside to Luke Raley. Want to know the count on him? He's 0 for 1 today. Just, smack a booty and think of me one time there, booty. Wait a minute. Actually, don't do that. That sounds a little weird. This one is swung on a miss. Don't think of me, actually. Maybe before you smack it, think of me. But just not during. I guess that's sort of where the boundary is. Here's a called strike on the outside corner. That's a ball? All right, I'll take it back. I'll take back the ball. 2 balls, 1 strike on Luke Raley. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th. The pitch is swung on and missed. And that, see, I knew that was a strike. The scoreboard had it wrong. That's strike 3 right there on a breaking ball in the dirt. Raley goes down swinging. Burnes is 4 scoreless with 1 hit. We head on to the 5th now, 2-0 Baltimore. How confident are we that the Orioles complete the sweep? I placed a wager on the game. Well, I'm not a wager placerer. The closest I get to is playing poker because that's a game where I actually have some control of the situation. But again, I just said a moment or two ago, this is as confident as I could have ever felt about a 2-0 lead right now. I feel very good. Pitch count's doing okay. It's under 15 per inning. Yankees got swept already. Again, it's like playing with house money, folks. Gunnar Henderson's back to hitting. He's got a homer and a double today already. I mean, even without Adley in the lineup today. Oh, the line. See, this is where I just tune out. I can't. Every time I see one of these negative somethings, and I'm just like, huh? What? All right. Whatever. Good luck. I would rather listen to somebody talk about how well they did at skee ball at the local arcade on Friday. You know what I mean? I just don't know. I don't know what it is about sports betting. Hey, you know what? I got to just keep drinking coffee and smoking Luckies tonight. It's the only way I'm going to get through this. I'm going to have to make a whole nother cup of coffee. Hey, look, I love to play skee ball. Skee ball's a blast. But do you think anybody wants to hear my skee ball stories? No. All right, here is a first pitch swung on, and that ball is going to dunk into right field for a base hit. James McCann has gone to the opposite field twice for 2 base hits. And look at the smile on his face. He can't believe it. He's got a multi-hit game, and here comes Gunnar. Oh, you got the skill crane. You got the skill crane moves there, Matt. Nobody can master the skill crane. Folks, we've passed 1450. That means Gunnar's going to do something special for you, which is hit the ball weakly on the ground and beat out an infield hit. Folks, you couldn't roll a baseball out there any better. And now Gunnar Henderson is all smiles. Probably 2 of the least likeliest outcomes you'll ever see. James McCann with a 2-hit day going opposite field twice. And then Gunnar Henderson with a full swing only for a ball to roll just past the pitcher's mound for an infield hit. 2 on, nobody out. And here comes Kjerstad. Silent J wants to make this Mariner crowd silent right here and now. And he goes to left field on the first pitch. And that's going to be an out. Right to the left fielder, Raley. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out in the inning. Kjerstad goes down quickly. It's up to turn and burn Ryan O'Hearn. Folks, Ryan 0 for 2 today. He's due. I'm telling you right now, this man got snubbed. He's an all-star. He knows it. And right now he's got another opportunity to show Major League Baseball why they made a mistake. Bryce Miller is up to 72 pitches here with 1 out in the 5th. He just had a bit of a conference there with the catcher, Cal Raleigh. Folks, we are less than 50 away now from 15 hundo. All right, O'Hearn is at the plate. Miller gets the sign. The pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Fastball at 95. Center cut. A good pitch to take a hack at, but O'Hearn was a little bit late. 2-0 Baltimore in the top of the 5th. First and second, 1 out. 0-1 pitch is popped up and out of play. And quickly O'Hearn in the hole, 0-2. That's right. Last night, Ryan O'Hearn, again, was all the offense. The Orioles scored 4 runs. He drove in 3 and scored the 4th with a 2-run double and a solo homer, plus a walk mixed in. He had a hell of a night last night. He did more by himself the entire Mariners offense could do with 9 people. The 0-2 to O'Hearn is lifted into the air, center field, but that's going to be playable for Rodriguez. Let's see if a runner tags. No, it's James McCann. I was going to say, there's maybe 1 or 2 guys that might not be able to tag on a ball hit out that far, and one of those 2 is James McCann. But there are 2 down in the inning. It's not that big of a deal. First and second, 2 down. And folks, I do believe it's time to get those taters up in the chat again. Folks, what kind of potato salad do you like? Mustard based? Mayonnaise based? Or my personal favorite, LSD laced? As this pitch is in the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes. I like my potato salad with a nice glaze of ecstasy. Maybe a little Grey Poupon. This one is high to Santander. 2-0 the count. Two on, 2 out, and a 2-0 count to Santander. The pitch swung on and popped up. Right field should be playable. The center fielder, Rodriguez, though, coming in and taking charge to make the catch. The Orioles fail to score after getting a couple of men on base. This game is half over. 2 runs, 7 hits for Baltimore. Starting to worry now about some of these base runners we didn't cash in. Gunnar got the 2 runs on that 2-run bomb. What about these other 5 guys that got on base? What happened? I want a couple of more runs. I'm greedy. I'm greedy. In fact, I'm so greedy, I'm going to make another cup of coffee. Hold on. I might just need to go off air for this one. Get up and walk around for a little bit. Hang in there, folks. All right, folks. Corbin Burnes is set to get the bottom of the fifth started. 1 sec. Julio Rodriguez at the plate, and the first pitch he just absolutely looked silly on a curveball. That might be the biggest breaking curveball I've seen Corbin Burnes throw all season. That started head high and landed in the dirt, and Rodriguez swung at it. Next pitch is fouled away, 0-2 the count. Hey there, Rising Rhino. Welcome in. Folks, say hi to Rising Rhino. Is Fitzy around as well? Fitzy, are you lurking again? I can't figure Fitzy out. He'll chit-chat over on Johnny's stream, and he just lurks on mine. I don't know what he's doing. Fitzy, come on, buddy. 0-2 the count on Rodriguez. Leading off the bottom of the fifth. This pitch is lifted in the air and deep left center field. Looking up, this ball's going to go. Julio Rodriguez, who has had a very tough first half of a season, has hit what I believe is just his 8th home run of the season. The Mariner crowd is excited. The Mariners get one back. It's now Orioles 2, Seattle 1. As Corbin Burnes gives up his customary solo home run. I mean, this is what we see pretty much every time we throw a starter out there. They give up the one solo shot. Rodriguez is super pumped. I don't know why he's as pumped as he is. I guess he's just trying to get his teammates hyped, but man, maybe be a little more consistent before you start acting like you're battling for the Triple Crown there, pal. All right, Ty France is at the plate. 0 for 1 so far tonight, and a check swing, and he went around. 0-1 on France. 2-1 Baltimore, bottom of the fifth. The Mariners have scored their second run of the series. Same way they scored the first, a solo home run. Here's a swing and a miss on a curveball from Burnes. 1-2 the count on France. I'll be back on screen here momentarily, folks. I'm just preparing a little bit of coffee here. One-two pitch. Curveball swung on and missed. And boy, Burnes, are they going to say that that's a foul ball? Burnes was walking away as if it's a strikeout, but that's, let's see. They need to fix the scoreboard if that's the case. It looks like it's going to be a 1-ball, 2-strike count. All right, so it's a foul tip. The 1-2 pitch now is hit in the right field, and it's going to slice foul into the stands. Ty France still at the plate with a 1-2 count. Leading off, well, not leading off. Julio Rodriguez has already got a solo shot. France is the second batter up now in the inning. Nobody out. This pitch is off the plate outside. Count even up at 2-2. Thank God we are still alive. You know, that's probably a good thing to say to oneself every morning when they wake up. As this pitch is going to be served in the center field. A curveball that a Mariner is finally able to do something with. France didn't try to do too much. Just lay the bat head out on this curveball. Not hit all that hard, but served into straightaway center field for a base hit, and suddenly the Mariners have got the tying run on base and nobody out. Burnes had retired 12 straight batters until that Rodriguez home run. And here's Josh Rojas now, who takes a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Rojas 0 for 1 today. Check on the runner here. And Ty France. The crowd is booing, and I can understand why. I know Corbin Burnes doesn't hold base runners well, but Ty France, I think, averages about 1 steal every 3 years, somewhere in that neighborhood. 0-1 pitch is swung on a miss by Rojas, and the count is 0-2. You think we're leaving too many men on base, Card? Yeah, I can agree. The trouble is we cap off a lot of our rallies with that long ball. As this pitch is hit on the ground, backhanded at second, but no, Mateo drops the ball. It looks like he was trying to do a transfer play all in one motion, backhanding the ball near second. He wanted to get the force at second base, but instead of getting a potential double play started, he doesn't do his job to make sure to get this one out. Let's see how they score this. That was in his glove. And just came trickling on out. They're going to call that a base hit. And, man, listen to this Mariner crowd now. There is a conference on the mound here. Corbin Burnes, the entire infield, and Drew French. The Mariners have had 3 straight men reach. The good news is one of those 3 hits being a home run was the first. Otherwise, if that home run had come in any other part of this sequence, we'd either be tied or behind. It's 2 on with nobody out. 2-1 Baltimore. Mitch Haniger at the plate. And it's time for Burnes to lock in here. First pitch to Haniger is popped foul and out of play. This is where the stuff of aces are made. It's not just about getting those easy 1, 2, 3 innings. It's about getting into jams like this in a 1-run ball game and getting out. 72nd pitch of the day from Burnes. And there's a curveball over the plate, but low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Take Corby out? No. The 1-1 pitch to Mitch Haniger is a breaking ball over the plate, but low again. 2 balls, 1 strike. Crowd making noise here in Seattle. They're desperate for some offense here. 2-1 pitch. Off the plate outside. You could see Burnes trying to aim for that outside corner, but it started off the plate, and Haniger read it the whole way. 3 balls, 1 strike, and this is a huge, huge moment in the game here. Burnes has got to find the right pitch. The pitch is popped up right side. O'Hearn in foul ground, and it's going to get out of play by several rows. Full count. Full count on Haniger. A strikeout would be nice. A double play would be even better. Anything else, cross your fingers. 2-1 Baltimore, bottom of the 5th. I got a hot, fresh cup of coffee. Pitch is low for ball 4. Oh, no. This is not what you wanted to see. Corbin Burnes unable for his command to work out in that situation. You do not want to walk Mitch Haniger to load up the bases. And that'll bring up Ryan Bliss, and the biggest worry with him is his speed. Bases loaded, nobody out. First pitch is a curveball up and in, and not a good selection of pitches there from Burnes. Bliss was never going to swing at a pitch like that. Want to know the count. France, Rojas, and Henniger on the bases. There's a swing and a miss. There you go, Corbin. That's the pitch you want to this diminutive hitter. High fastball, top of the zone. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bliss. The next pitch is swung on a miss, and that one was right down the middle. All right, Corbin, now you got a little something to work with here. Now I'd go back to that curveball or another pitch that's going to break out of the zone here. But something Bliss can't touch, because if he makes contact, it's hard to double him up. That one's going to be a double play chance. Gunnar Henderson to second, over to first, in time, and they do turn it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Orioles with the 6-4-3 double play, and they doubled up a quick runner out there. Gunnar flips to Mateo. Mateo fires to O'Hearn. And they get Bliss by half a step. It's a 2-2 ball game now. We have lost the lead. But all things considered, I think we'll take it. 2 down, runner at third for J.P. Crawford. Oh, and 1 the count on Crawford here. This one's outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. One to Crawford. Low, ball 2. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Orioles. 2 runs, 4 hits now. No errors for the Mariners. The Orioles scored their 2 runs in the third. Seattle has tied it up here with 2 in the 5th. Trying to get out of this. The Mariners 90 feet away with the go-ahead run, 2 down. Crawford hits one in the air. Could be trouble, but Mullins is going to track it down in right center field for the final out of the inning. So Burnes gives up a solo shot, then gets into some trouble. Walking guys he shouldn't be walking. And loading up the bases, which allowed for even a double play ball to score a run. But it could have been a lot worse. The Orioles will head to the 6th, tied at 2 with the Mariners. We're going to have Westy, Colton, and Said. The law offices of Westberg, Cowser, and Mullins coming up to lead off the 6th inning. Let's get some runs. That's what Harry Carey would say, right? Oh, I'm still off screen. Oh, my goodness. Hey, everybody. Harry Carey coming back at you. Want to say a happy 4th of July to all the Cubs fans and baseball fans all over the planet. Nothing beats a whole day at the ballpark. Hey, Arnie, get a shot of that lady over there with the cans. Yeah. Left field. 5 rows up. What a set. I'm a Bud man and a Cub fan. Hey, Charm City Chat, how are you? Let's get some runs. Dude. Yeah, I smoke weed on screen, but I drink a beer off screen. That's how I roll. Speaking of roll, I'll come on back to you. What's to look at? I'm a middle-aged schmuck who lives in a flea bag apartment. All right, here we go. Top of the 6th. Jordan Westburg at the plate. First pitch is in there for a called strike from Bryce Miller. Well, we're right back to square one, folks. Brand new ball game tied at 2. What do we do from here? This pitch is outside. 1-1 the count. Oh, snap. You're the dude that tries to meet up with underage teenagers. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, you can go ahead and ban this guy. Bye. Bye. By the way, I love the expression underage teenagers. I like the this ball is hit into center field, and Julio Rodriguez is going to make the catch, fall down while making the catch, and he might have injured his wrist in the process. That's what it looks like. Julio Rodriguez is doubled over in pain. I have to think it's his wrist. I mean, he is really either a very whiny player or he's really, really hurt. I mean, if he's putting in this kind of performance, then he should just be walking off the field right now. How are you going to stay in a ball game? So, yeah, he tries to plant his right hand down after making a tough catch going to the ground. And you know how that can happen, folks. Sometimes you go to take a fall, you go to stick your hand out. It's just a natural reflex. And you wind up jamming something or spraining something. That could be the case here with Rodriguez. But again, the way he reacted, you would have thought his hand would have fallen off. They got the trainer out there doing a little bit of... Oh, they're shaking hands right now. Testing Rodriguez's ability to grip. Grip it and rip it. Who the F is that clown? Oh, Eric. There's always one every night. Hey, Eric, you going to start following the channel after we get done hanging out here in Seattle? Why not? I guarantee you don't have a better play-by-play caller up there in your neck of the woods. So is he going to stay out there? This was the Jorge. This is nonsense. This was the Rodriguez pity party. It's like he wants the whole stadium to sit there and he hit the home run, and now look, now he's playing hurt. He's a folk hero, everybody. Hey, Ray Charles. I'll see you later, Ray. Oh, darn, Ray. That was fun for like 4 seconds, wasn't it? I've already forgotten what you had said. It's almost as if you just wasted your damn time. Darn. All right, folks. Colton Cowser at the plate. Nobody on, 1 out. First pitch to him is high for ball 1. By the way, Ray or whatever dumb name you want to use next, nobody is sitting here shocked by words like semen and jizz. Okay? I can understand how that might be controversial, like in a 3rd grade classroom. 1-1 the count on Colton Cowser here. Pitch off the plate outside. 2-1 now. You said jizz. Yeah. Said semen too. All right, 2-2 the count now on Cowser. Hey, SG Sports Talk member, Magic member for another month. Have a happy 4th. Well, thank you, SG, and thank you so much for grabbing yourself a pair of binoculars and joining the BirdWatcher Magic member community. The 2-2 pitch to Cowser is low and in. He lays off. Full count on the milkman. Mullins is on deck. The payoff pitch is swung on and hit toward left field and slicing out of play. Still a full count on Cowser. Miller is now up to 87 pitches. This is likely his last inning, and I'm not sure if he's going to get all the way through it. It is the bottom part of the order here. Payoff pitch once more is laid off by Cowser. It looked like he might have taken ball 4, but it's a called strike 3 on the inside edge. You think it's close enough, and the ball started even farther inside and tailed back a little bit. That is a nasty pitch, and if the umpire is going to give you the call, I'd be throwing that pitch all damn day. 2 down, nobody on for Mullins. First pitch to him is up and away for ball 1. Where is Fitzy anyway? What the hell is Fitzy doing? I see Williams back to just naming random Orioles again. All right. There's Fitz. 1-1 the count on Mullins. 2 down, nobody on. Top of the 6th. 2-2 ball game. In the final game of a 3-game series, the Orioles won the first 2. They go to Oakland after this. Swing and a miss. Pitch up and in at 95 miles an hour on Mullins. Oh, no problem. You're drunk and I'm a little bit stoned. Hey, look, another random Oriole name without any context after already being called out for doing it. Almost as if you're doing it to antagonize me and just be disruptive for no reason. It's almost as if that's the deal, William. As this pitch is off the plate and the count is 2-2. William was hanging out in the ballgame yesterday. Wasn't pulling those stunts. Seemed to enjoy themselves. I actually engaged William a couple of times. As this ball's a fair ball by Mullins down the right field line, and he's going to turn and make it a second base. The Mariners are lucky as that ball would bounce off the little section of the lower deck that juts out there before you get down in that corner. Or else Mullins might have been going for 3 there. 9th double of the season from Mullins. 2-out rally potentially underway. Hey, William, you're back. What happened? Yeah, might need a longer timeout. I don't know. All right. We're going to head on over here, and that's going to be the end of the day for Bryce Miller. 2 down in the top of the 6th. That double by Mullins knocks him out of the ball game. Mariners are going to go to their pen. It is a 2-2 ball game. And due up next is Jorge Mateo, followed by James McCann. You would think with 2 out in the inning, they'd go to a right-hander here and hopefully just get an out. The worst-case scenario is they can't get one of these next 2 hitters out, and then that right-hander would be forced to face Gunnar Henderson. But the rational thinking is probably, hey, it's the 8 and 9 hitters. You just need to get one of these 2 guys out. So I would assume the Mariners are going to go to a righty here. And then as soon as they get through this, probably a lefty to come out to begin the next half inning, or the next, what would it be, top of the 7th. But Miller is out of the ball game. Burnes is still in the ball game. He's only pitched 5 innings. All right, where are we at? Fresh cup of coffee. How about another Lucky? What do you think? You're goofy. All right. Which of the 7 dwarves are you? Let's see. Considering it's 4:53 a.m., I ought to be sleepy. 14:52. O's need a Harry Carey moment. It might be. It could be. It is. Cubs win. Cubs win. Hey, folks. It's an old friend, Austin Voth, making his second appearance of the series, former Oriole arm. 37th appearance of the season. The right-hander that I told you they'd go to, here it is. Mateo at the plate and a breaking ball. A slider low and away. That did not catch the zone. It broke off, and they gave him the strike call anyway. 0-1 on Mateo. Runner at second, 2 down in the top of the 6th, 2-2 ball game. Another slider off the plate outside. Considering the first pitch was called a strike, Mateo had to go after that one. And now he's in an 0-2 hole. And that is how an umpire can ruin an at-bat for you. Another slider way off the plate this time. As Mateo is saying, look, buddy, you got me once, you got me twice. You're not going to do it a third time with that slider. Not yet, anyway. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Come on, Jorge. There's one again, low and outside. Austin Voth, that time a curveball. 2-2 the count. Go ahead, run in scoring position, and he's got some legs. It's Ced Mullins. Mateo at the plate. The 2-2 pitch. There's one that's popped foul behind the plate. Another slider, this one up in the zone. Still 2-2 on Mateo. James McCann is on deck. Oh my goodness, a slider that had Jorge Mateo go down to his butt for a called strike 3. That might be the most embarrassing thing we've seen from an Orioles hitter this season. Jorge Mateo called out on strikes on a pitch that he absolutely bailed out of the way on. A nasty, filthy looking slider there on the front door, top of the zone. Ouch. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 2. I mean, folks, you got to tip your cap at that pitch. Mateo. I mean, what do you do? That ball's coming right at your grill. You got to start moving your body somewhere. Next thing you know, it's breaking over into the zone. That is unfair. Hopefully that's all we see from Austin Voth. Jeez, where was that when you were an Oriole? Hey, folks, you know I've been checked in with the light count, and every time I don't do it, this is exactly what we're talking about. Folks, we got over 200 of you watching right now. Now, I'm not one of these people that have these unrealistic expectations. I'm a realistic guy, and I'm not a greedy guy. All I can do is tell you folks out there, if you're watching right now, we're in the middle of a commercial break. I'm sitting here on the 4th of July at 4:57 in the morning, calling a baseball game for you. And I'm a channel that's just gotten started here, just a few months in. And I'm telling you right now, hitting that like button is the thing that's going to help this channel grow and get seen by more potential Oriole fans out there who just simply haven't seen one of my videos pop up yet in their feed. So that's it. That's all I'm asking for, folks. Just a very kind and warm, gentle, please hit that like button. It's a thumb. It's pointing upward. It's on your screen. It only takes a moment. It helps out the channel. And if only half of you here do it, that's all I'm asking. Appreciate it. Corbin Burnes is out here with a breaking ball to Mitch Garver to lead things off in the bottom of the 6th for a called strike. Burnes did not have it good going there in the 5th inning. But he's back out here on 85 pitches now. This is a check swing foul, 0-2 on Garver. Hey, what could be more American than watching baseball on 4th of July, right? And even though I live on the other side of the planet, your boy knows his roots. 0-2 pitch is way off the plate. Garver with a 1-2 count now. He's 0 for 2 today. There's one clipping the outside corner at the knees. A beauty from Corbin Burnes. Strikes out Garver looking for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. Man, Burnes, he wants that 10th win. I wish he didn't give up those 2 runs. We got to go out there and score for him. Get him through the 6th and get him in a winning position. We want that 10th win. Come on, Burnesy. That's 5 strikeouts now for Corbin. Cal Raleigh at the plate, and he looks at one low and away for ball 1. Raleigh is 0 for 2 today. A fly out and a strikeout. 2-2 ball game, folks. This pitch is fouled back. Again, the Orioles playing with house money. At least that's how I look at it. When you're on a road trip and you take the first 2 out of 3 against a team that's winning in their division. But we've got our ace on the mound today. We're greedy. We want the sweep. This pitch is low, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Two-one pitch is hit foul behind the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Cal Raleigh. Lose the weed in the foul mouth. I'm sorry. Did I, what was the foul language? I'd love to know. I'd love to know what I said that was foul. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Raleigh goes down swinging on the pitch on the outside edge. 2 down. Burnes with a pair of strikeouts here in the 6th. I really would like to know what Vernon is talking about over there. All right, Luke Raley, the batter. He goes after the first pitch. A hard liner on a bounce to Mateo. He throws to first, and that's it. 6 innings complete now for Corbin Burnes. 2-2 ball game. And, folks, he may come out for a 7th. That was a quick inning. It's all foul. That's right. Frank, thank you. Did the Orioles organization know about you? Don't be shy. They need a guy like you and need some recognition. Well, Rod, I'm sure there's thousands, if not tens of thousands of people out there that would love to do play-by-play for the Baltimore Orioles. Unfortunately, you got one main guy on TV, a main guy on the radio, and a couple of additional play callers. It's a very small field. I think I'm better served just doing my thing on YouTube. But if anybody comes a-calling, that would be something. I'll tell you this, though. If I can just eke by making a living doing this, and there's still a lot of work to do in order for that to happen, folks. I'll just be perfectly blunt with you. You know, I mean, I'm going to need more subscribers. I'm going to need more people viewing. And we're on the pace to get there maybe by this time next year where I can start actually saying, wow, I'm actually earning enough where I'm not dipping into my savings anymore. I'm actually breaking even for once, which will be about a 2-year break. But, I tell you this. As long as this channel, as long as I can keep this channel going, if somebody called me and said, "Hey, you can be the play-by-play guy for the Durham Bulls. You just got to move back here," and I don't know if I'd take it, because I'm living a dream here. I'm doing play-by-play for the team I care more about than anything else ever. And I'm watching a community grow along with it. I mean, it's everything I could have ever wanted. Now, if the Orioles come calling and say, "Hey, BW, are you ready to call an Orioles game?" Hell damn yeah. All right, Ryan Stanek is on the mound, right-hander, facing James McCann, leading off the top of the 7th. What's going on here? Okay, so we've listed all of the dwarves, and we are typing like crazy right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and deal with Mr. Spam Man. Mr. Spam Man, send me a troll. You are so boring. It's taking its toll. Try and come up with something clever. I'd say you could, but I'd say it's probably never. Jesus Christ. This ball's fouled away by James McCann. 1 ball, 2 strikes, leading off the top of the 7th. Mr. Spam Man, please get a life. Here's a swing and a miss. McCann goes down swinging here to begin the top of the 7th. Hard to fault McCann today. He's already got a couple of hits. 1 out. That means it's Gunnar Henderson time, folks. We're going to go over here now as 1453 has joined in. Welcome in. There's a called strike to Gunnar. Gunnar has a double. Gunnar has a 2-run homer. But again, how much does that opening out feel? Imagine if Gunnar just stays at second base. Kjerstad came up, hit a ground ball up the middle. Gunnar would have scored, and we'd have a 3-2 game right now. Of course, you can't really predict an alternative timeline. Swing and a miss here. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Henderson. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 7th. Oh, no, not the 2-hour mark. Not the refresh. And not in the middle of a Gunnar at bat. Come on. That's almost cruelty. That is cruelty. Oh, you cruel, cruel, cruel. All right, let's see. I think we got it going here. Did Henderson just strike out? It looks like he did. Looks like I just missed Henderson striking out. Boy. Sorry about that, folks. Gunnar goes down on strikes. 2 down, nobody on for Heston Kjerstad. We'll bring it back over here. And it looks like this is already way ahead. In fact, let me stay over here for a minute. Just let me hang out here. 2 down, nobody on. The pitch is swung on and missed outside the zone. Kjerstad is 1 for 3. He had that single to follow the Henderson leadoff double, but there was nobody on base when Henderson got that single. Swing and a miss, 0-2 the count on a pitch outside. Shh. Silent J is at the plate. Shh. There's a swing and a miss. Ouch. Ryan Stanek comes in and makes short work of the Orioles. We are in 7th inning stretch time in Seattle. A tie ball game. Folks, we're going to win a late one. I can feel it. I ain't worried about that. As much as baseball is usually the best teams wind up winning 2 out of 3. Folks, you win 2 out of 3. That's 108 wins on the season. There's not a whole lot of teams in baseball history that have won more than 108 games in a season. So You're expected to lose one game out of 3. It's an expectation. It's the feature. It's not a bug. And yet, despite the fact that a couple of things aren't really going our way and things look a little iffy, and this game could go either way, I'm confident we're gonna win this. You know what? Look at you folks. You're already way ahead of me. It's 7th inning stretch time. I'm going to join you guys on this 4th of July and throw some cakes on the griddle. That's all right. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Wait a minute. I'm getting word here. Somebody who has not made an appearance in quite some time, except for just popping up for a quick hello here and there. Ladies and gentlemen. Hey, everybody. Happy 4th of July to you. It's the Hat. How you doing? That's right. 4th of July, baseball, and I'm here. Guess what, folks? We're going to keep the Mariners off the board here in the bottom of the 7th, and then I'm going to sit on BW's head for the rest of the ball game. I hope you don't mind. It's been a while since just like I need my rest, sometimes I need my reps. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like Craig Kimbrell, you know? You can't use me too much, but you can't sit there and not use me at all. So, I'll see you here in about another 5 minutes, all right? Great. Back to the ball game. All right. The Hat checking in here at 5:10 in the morning. Why not? I've had my screen door open the whole damn night with my AC on. So that's where tonight's ad revenue money will be going toward. The electric bill. Yay. I'm like Kevin Costner in Field of Dreams. I'm just plowing into a cornfield, trying to live a dream out, being told that we can barely hold on to the farm. Folks, I'm not going to give up the farm. I'm hoping people will come. And not like they do on OnlyFans. All right, Brian Baker. Right-hander is going to come out in relief of Corbin Burnes. I thought maybe we might see Burnes come on back out, but that's it. Baker, 8 appearances so far, 3.60 ERA. Oh, my God, Animan, are you for real? When is that movie? What can somebody please research what is the release date for that Kevin Costner movie, and on what platform? Is it in theaters or what? 1-0 pitch to Julio Rodriguez as a called strike on the outside edge. Rodriguez 1 for 2 with a solo home run. He then had a play in the outfield where it looked like he hurt his wrist. This one's going to be lined into left center field and down for a hit. Rodriguez is probably going to test the arm here of Mullins, and it's going to work out easily as that ball just rolls back into the infield. Julio Rodriguez is absolutely pumped as the Mariners now have the go-ahead run in scoring position and nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. I think I might know why the Hat is telling me he's going to be on my head in the next half inning. Horizon is in theaters August 15th. Great. You mean we got to put up with this for another frickin' month? All right, here's a called strike to Ty France. All right, here's your number one objective, Brian Baker. Somehow keep Rodriguez at second base. A 4-part series. Oh, get bent. So this is his Lord of the Rings thing or something? I hate it even more now. This pitch is fouled away. France in an 0-2 hole, folks. Come on. Brian Baker, you've got a strikeout pitch in you. Now's the time for it. With Rodriguez at second, nobody out in the tie ball game. This one's off the plate outside, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2 from Baker. Tries to clip the outside corner, but it's well off the plate. 2-2 the count. Baker needs a put-away pitch here of some sort. This is a big pitch right here. 2-2 pitch. And that one is going to be cued foul off to the right. We'll do it again. It's 2 chapters and part. Yeah, enough. Again, it's a whole strategy of like, oh, well, we'll create an entire series of movies. That way we lock people in for 4 ticket prices. And we'll make billions. This pitch is high to France, and the count has gone full. Kevin Costner can piss up a rope. I'm done with him. Thank you for Bull Durham. Thank you for Field of Dreams. Thank you for a few movies. Take this new project and shove it. Payoff pitch is low and away for ball 4. Oh, boy. Brian Baker has come on and walked the first man he faced. And it took 10 pitches to do it. Oh, boy. All right. Josh Rojas is up here, and let's see what he does. Are they going to try and just move these runners over? You would think with the kind of offense the Mariners have, that would be the play, to move these runners up. Rojas, 1 for 2 with a single today. And now a conference here on the mound, as they're probably talking about the wheel play or any other kind of play if Rojas is up there to bunt. This is a situation where not only do you got to execute, you got to really be mentally locked in, because if something happens on the infield, there's going to be a whole lot going on, and you got to get it right. All right, the first pitch to Rojas, he squares around and brings the bat back on a pitch way outside for ball 1. The Rojas's bunt attempt looks sort of half-hearted. Let's see if he tries again. He does square. He does bunt at it, and it's a foul ball. Okay, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rojas unable to put it in the play on the first attempt. Boy, I tell you what, it seems like the art of bunting is just fading away altogether. It's like you can count on one hand the number of guys in the league who know how to bunt anymore. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, a bunt, and a foul ball again. And now 2 strikes on Rojas. So the idea is to bunt, and now you got to think the bunt is off. You can't possibly think about doing it with 2 strikes when he just fouled one off, almost like a full swing. 1-2 the count, the pitch. And there goes the runner Rodriguez to third, and he is safe. Julio Rodriguez is back to doing Julio Rodriguez things. Hitting homers and stealing bases. And putting the Mariners in a position here to potentially take the lead. That tying run now just 90 feet away, nobody out, or the go-ahead run, I should say. 18th steal by Rodriguez. And now our backs are really up against the wall here. It's a 2-2 count to Rojas. Now he doesn't have to worry about bunting. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 97, and he gets Rojas to chase one off the plate outside. 1 out. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, it's a long way home, but there's step 1. All right. The right-hander Mitch Haniger at the plate, and he takes one off the plate. A slider low and away for ball 1. Haniger is definitely a double play candidate and a strikeout candidate. 0 for 1 with a walk so far today. The pitch is off the plate again. Come on, Baker. You got to get that first strike over. Haniger was taken all the way in the first pitch. No reason for him to go after that next one off the plate. Now it's 2-0, and he's probably going to take again unless you throw one right down Broadway. Again, he takes, and again it's off the plate, 3-0. Gosh, darn it. You got righty on righty here. Bliss is another righty on deck. 3-0 count on Haniger. The pitch. Bottom of the zone, called a strike. Just barely clipping the bottom of the zone. First and third, 1 out. 2-2 ball game in the bottom of the 7th. Julio Rodriguez, the go-ahead run at third base. Haniger at the plate, 3-1 pitch. Is a curveball swung on and fouled back. Are they calling that a slider? Man, that looked like a 12-6 curve. Either way, nice break on the pitch there by Baker. The count is now full. A double play could get us out of the inning. A strikeout would help. A payoff pitch to Haniger. Top of the zone, and he lays off. They appeal the check swing. He did not go. It is ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Now what do you do here? Brandon Hyde seems to be Brandon Hyde doesn't know what to do. He's sending Drew French out for a chat. I don't know if Brandon Hyde knows what to do here. I mean, you got a right-handed hitter up there. He's a light hitter, but he's quick. Typically, Hyde likes to switch back between lefties and righties. He likes to use the righty as long as he can and then go to the lefty when the lefty bats start coming up. But he get, I think the first, he got Crawford, a lefty, up next. I don't know if I want to keep Baker out for one more batter just because there's a lefty up next, because this is a big out here. I don't know if we had a righty up loose or not. I think we had Tate up. All right. Baker's going to stay out here, folks. Ryan Bliss, who's 0 for 2 today at the plate, the number 9 hitter, bases loaded, 1 out. The pitch is swung on and popped up right side, out of play. Okay. Encouraging sign on that first pitch from Baker. 0-1 the count. The 0-1. And now a bunt attempt, and it's going to be fouled. Another bad bunt attempt by these Mariners. And now Bliss is in an 0-2 hole. And with this guy, you got to put him away. You got to find a way to get this guy out. Just go with that gas right on the zone. It doesn't have to be off the plate even. Just really blow it by him. Yes, there it is. 96, top of the zone. Swing and a miss from Bliss. Oh, I can feel the bliss right over here. A huge strikeout for out number 2. And that should do it for Baker with the lefty Crawford coming up. Here's Brandon Hyde coming out now. My goodness. So the move pays off. Baker stayed in to face one more righty. He gets the strikeout, and here comes Aiken to get Crawford. Bases loaded, pitching change. Oh, we got a nail biter again, folks. As it is 5:23 a.m. I got a feeling you folks are going to see the sun start to rise here in about 20 minutes. I did get 3 hours of sleep tonight. That's something. And then I've got the rest of everything off until tomorrow night's game. When is it's back to like another 10 o'clock start time out in Oakland tomorrow, right? Anybody got a start time on tomorrow's game down in Oakland? I would be very thankful for that information. The Bell Atlantic call to the bullpen. Hey, folks, 243 of you here. I mean, we are humming here. Hope you're enjoying your 4th of July. We got over 100 likes, folks, but I think we can do better considering the numbers. Let's pop it up to like $1.25. What do you say? That's only about half of you. Good stuff. And another subscriber in. One step closer to our pre-All-Star weekend or All-Star break goal here. 46 to go. 1454. Let's see. 1492. Columbus sailed the ocean blue. That's only 38 years. So Columbus, I think, was alive in this year. This is the year Columbus is walking around going, you know what? I might get on a boat. Go somewhere. Even though the Vikings already did it like 800 years earlier. All right, here we go. Keegan Aiken against J.P. Crawford. Bases loaded, 2 down. Bottom of the 7th. First pitch is off the plate, low and away. I don't know why that says ball 1 high on your screen. That pitch was low and away. Next pitch is, now that is low and away again, and the count is 2-0. Come on, Aiken. What are you doing? 2-0 the count on Crawford. Cannot afford any more. Ball 3. Over the plate but low. Come on, Keegan. The pitch isn't there for a strike right down the chute. And Aiken cannot afford to throw the next pitch there. He's going to have to do something a little more finesse. 3-1 the count on Crawford. The pitch. Swung on, and that is drilled. Right field. Santander is not going to get it. It's going to bounce up against the wall and clear the bases. It is a 3-run double for J.P. Crawford, and the Mariners have taken a 5-2 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Keegan Aiken comes in. He has one job, get the lefty out, and it does not work. Crawford absolutely turned on this pitch. I mean, it's like he knew exactly what was coming. 3 runs in on the double. 5-2 Seattle. And now Mitch Garver, a power-hitting right-hander at the plate, with Crawford now in scoring position. First pitch is a strike, and the next one is fouled back. 0-2 on Mitch Garver, 0 for 3 today. Keegan Aiken, he gave up a long ball in his last outing. Just what? It was the Cal Raleigh home run yesterday. He gave up that home run ball. This pitch is off the plate outside. I'm not saying Crawford hit a homer, but I mean, it was pretty much the hardest hit ball of the night. Both yesterday's game and today's game. Coming off Keegan Aiken. 2-2 the count now on Mitch Garver. Oh, we're going to need some late inning magic, I guess. I guess that's why this ball's hit hard into left center. That ball is staying up, and that ball just snuck out of here for a 2-run homer. The Mariners have poured it on in a hurry. A 2-run shot from Garver. It's now 7-2, and I guess I should have put the hat on before this inning. I guess I should have put the hat on before this inning. I was thinking, let's just wait in a tie ball game until we get the bats back up. And here we are now down 5 runs. The Mariners have beaten us at our own game, hitting the home run ball here today. 7-2 Seattle. 2 down, bases empty now. Keegan Aiken still out there, and I guess he's just mopping up at this point. Kyle Raleigh, the switch hitting catcher up there batting from the right side, looks at a called strike. Put the hat on now? I don't know. What do you guys think? We need a lot of magic. This one is popped up right side. Long run Santander, and that will drop out of reach. It does land in play in foul ground. But no real chance for Santander to make that catch. 0-2 the count on Cal Raleigh. Keegan Aiken. Dag nabbit. Most definitely put the hat on. This one is swung on a missed. 0-2 the count. I mean, what the hell? I mean, it can't hurt at this point, right? It can't hurt. All right, let's go. I tell you what, if we make this comeback, don't you ever doubt this hat. 0-2 pitch is up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I mean, I haven't gone to you in a while, the hat. There was a while there where I was depending on you about every other ball game. Swing and a miss. Well, would you look at that? I put the hat on, and Keegan Aiken gets a strikeout. What the hell? What is with this thing? Somebody give Keegan this hat. I'll take his. He can have this one. Well, I put on the hat. Strikeout ends the inning, but the Orioles give up 5 frickin' runs. We go to the 8th. Seattle 7, Baltimore 2. I need a cracker. Cracker? I hardly know her. I apologize for the lack of burritos that I eat live on stream. I do my best to limit my eating while on the microphone. But I found another streamer out there who will just sit there and park burritos one after the other and spend half the time calling a baseball game, as I show you my air quotes, while looking at his phone. Trent Thornton is on the pitch now for the Mariners. This is his 40th appearance of the season. Ryan O'Hearn to lead it off. He looks at a called strike. O'Hearn is 0 for 3 today, but the average is at 290. And that ball is swung on and fouled off to the left. No balls, 2 strikes. You know, we got 2 more trips to the plate here, down 5 runs. Things aren't exactly looking promising for us at the moment, but all I want to see, if nothing else, is that's a called strike 3 to O'Hearn on a pitch at the bottom of the zone inside corner at 97 miles an hour. Nice pitch by Thornton. All I want to see is the Orioles just show a little bit of a fight here. Again, folks, I know we wanted to get this sweep, and I'm still hanging on hope. But if we don't, I'm going to be able to swallow this medicine pretty easily, I think, taking 2 out of 3 in Seattle. Want to know the count on Anthony Santander? Folks, get those taters up in the chat. There's a chance this might be his last trip to the plate today. This pitch is low, 2-0. As whatever sort of parachute, I guess it was a giveaway, maybe a shirt rolled up that was stuck up in the screen, finally floats down into the crowd here. Everybody was paying attention to that for some reason. 2-1 the count on Santander, 1 out, nobody on, top of the 8th. That one's hit hard and right at the center fielder for out number 2. Hit on a hit on a line, probably no more than 10, 12 feet in the air, right at Julio Rodriguez in center, about 350 feet away. 2 down in the 8th. Folks, I guess I might as well fire up the rest of this thing. Jordan Westburg at the plate, 0 for 3 today. First pitch, he swings and fouls it off to the left. Folks, the good news is that BW, no matter what happens today, is going to call a sweep in Oakland. That's right. Pitches up and into Westburg, 1-1 the count. I don't think I've done that all year. I'm just throwing it out there. We're going to sweep in Oakland. This pitch is off the plate. 2 balls and a strike to Westburg. Somebody out there getting loose without his glove. Who is that up there? Somebody in the bullpen moving around for Seattle. Swing and a miss by Westburg on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Thornton. This dude throws pretty hard. This pitch is up and in, and the count is run full on Jordan Westburg. BW, can you pull your bet? I made a bet. That's very uncharacteristic of me. Oh, for calling a sweep. This ball is hit in left center field and deep. Going back on it, and this ball is gone! Bye, birdie! That's my boy, Jordan Westburg. He's gone deep now. 14 times on the season. Get this dude to the All-Star game. Come on, folks. He takes Thornton Yard just to the left of straightaway center field. 7-3 now. We're within a grand slam of tying this thing. And that brings up Colton Cowser to the plate. That's right, the hat. The hat keeping hope alive. Cowser swings and fouls one off. And that makes it 0-2 on him already. 2 down, nobody on. The Orioles get 1 back after the Mariners put up a 5 spot. Cowser 0 for 2 with a walk today. He struck out looking his last time up. He's got an 0-2 count here. Pitch. Check swing. Did he go? It looks like they're going to say he did. And indeed they do. He did go. Cowser goes down on a pitch in the dirt. And the inning is over. Westberg gets a home run. But it might just be some what do you call it? When a game's out of reach and you just put some offense up and it doesn't really help. What do you call that? I don't know, but we need some runs. 4. Maybe 4 is a good amount to be down by. You're down 3, they bring out the closer. It's a done deal. You're down 4, maybe they don't bring out the closer. And you get a rally cooking. I think being down 4 is better than being down 3. How about that? Another hot take from your boy BW. Depending on who the closer is, I guess. I think I'd rather be down 4 than 3. I'm a weird guy. I don't think I needed to make that statement. I think that was pretty much implied already. But, hey, at least we won the series, and honestly, that's really all I'm happy about. A sweep would be nice, but as long as we win a series, that's okay. Yes, Shante, especially when it's on the road, playing a team that's leading in their own division. I mean, that's getting the job done. BW, I'd call it futile or inconsequential, but I'm still listening. Well, that's the hope, folks. If I'm calling a good game, then no matter what the result is, you're hanging in there. And you're doing it on a holiday of all days. I wish I could bring you a nice 4th of July win. We'll hope for the best in the 9th. But now we got to try to get 3 more outs here in the bottom of the 8th first. The Orioles have left 6 men on base. The Mariners just 2. Keegan Aiken is still out here to begin the bottom of the 8th with Luke Raley, the left-handed hitter, at the plate. Here's a swing and a miss on the 0-1 pitch. Make it 0-2. If the Orioles end up on the losing end of this, I'm not going to be upset because the Orioles already claimed the series set on Saturday. It's hard to sweep MLB. Jack, there you go. And there's a swing and a miss. Keegan Aiken makes Raley look pretty lost up there on 3 pitches. Wish Aiken could have found that kind of pitch sequence when he came on in the previous inning when it really mattered. But he gets a strikeout on 3 pitches here. Whatever. All right. Here's a pop-up. Gonna go back behind the plate and out of play. Julio Rodriguez up here. He's had sort of a renaissance game here today, especially his last 2 ABs. A home run, a double, a stolen base. He scored 2 runs. Oh, 1 count to Julio is a swing and a miss. That one was right down the middle. 94 miles an hour from Aiken. 0-2 the count. And I'm pretty stoned, I gotta tell you. That one's drilled down in the left field corner, but foul. Boy, it looks like we're going to get out of Seattle just in time because it looks like Julio Rodriguez is just finding that catalyst and spark to get out of the funk. He looks like a completely different player today. He goes after one and... Did he get a piece of that one? I guess he did. It's still 0-2. All right, 0-2 the count here on Rodriguez. One out here in the eighth. Pitch is low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. 5:45 a.m. my time. This pitch is off the plate outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Man, those Roosters are cock-a-doodle-doing. Swing and a miss. Rodriguez goes down on strikes. Suddenly Keegan Aiken is Randy Johnson. Where was this in the last inning, Keegan? Now you throw back-to-back strikeouts? Now? Oh, boy. 2 down, nobody on. And that pitch is a called strike at the bottom of the zone on the inside corner. No, ball 1. I thought the umpire had indicated strike. He did that thing where he's like looking at his fingernails. That's a pop-up, and that's going to end the inning. Looks like it's going to be Westberg at third base making the catch. That's it. Keegan Aiken throws a very easy 8th inning of work. What the hell? What the hell, Keegan? We go to the 9th. We need 4. We've out-hit them 9-7. Wasted opportunities. I mean, folks have been bringing it up here in Charm City chat. Yeah, I know the ones you are, like Shantae, a few of you others. It's starting to really show itself here in a game like this. Just not cashing in those runners when we get them on base. And if we're not hitting the home run to drive them in, they're usually getting left out there. Ah, boy. And plus we got the bottom of the order due up. But the good news is you're going to need basically this part of the order due up, down 4, because you're going to need enough guys on to let guys like Gunnar Henderson do some damage. I can see Rutschman as a straight-up pinch hitter for McCann and just stay in the ball game. That's an easy call. Oh, don't get mad. Again, the Orioles, we've just climbed back to 24 games over 500 after suffering through a 5-game. We've got a 2-game plus. The Yankees have gotten swept this weekend. How are you mad? What are you mad about? Disappointed? Okay. Mad? Are you mad? Seth, come on. We're number 1. We're number 1. Maybe or maybe not today, but we're number 1. Hey, they're going to bring out their closer here. So here we go. You never know, folks. Some closers, when they are brought out with a non-save situation, don't pitch to the best of their abilities. It's not all that uncommon. And that's what I'm hoping for as Munoz is on here to try to close out this ball game. First pitch to Sed Mullins is a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Mullins is 1 for 3 tonight. He doubled back in the 6th. And this one is flared out to left, and it's going to get down for a base hit. What does your boy, the BirdWatcher, know? A thing or two? About a thing or two? That's what you need. You need base runners. And this is what you got. A closer in a non-save situation. You just don't get into that same state of mind. All right, 1 on. Mateo's going to hit for himself here, and he takes off the plate outside for ball 1. The 1-0 is swung on, and that's going to be a double play ball. And they got him. Wow. I mean, a tailor-made double play, and you know it is because Jorge Mateo is very tough to double up. But he grounds right into a 6-4-3 rally killer. We're down to our final out. Matt, you can put that charge on hold. And James McCann is just going to go ahead and hit for himself here. What, do we not even want to try here? Really? He takes a called strike. I mean, come on. We're not even going to send up a lefty bat. I mean, what do we got? You mean to tell me this is our best option? 2 down in the 9th. Whoa, pitch up and in, and McCann backs out of the way. 1 ball and 1 strike. I don't think they want to hit McCann. I would hope not. I mean, that's trying to hit a guy in the face if that was intentional. That would be really messed up. 1-1 pitch is off the plate outside. 2 balls and a strike on McCann. Well, we're back to needing some base runners again. Two 2-1 pitch is way inside, 3-1. If McCann gets on, the lineup turns over. Gunnar Henderson is on deck. And once you get there, you never know. Could go on a run. Just needs to get McCann on base here. 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Perfectly placed pitch, and I probably would have hoped McCann didn't swing. Best chance on a pitch like that is the umpire maybe calling that a ball. Full count, 2 down. Here's the pitch. And that does hit McCann. What is going on here? And that was right up in his grill. I don't have anything to base any sort of intention off of this, but after getting one up near the face once, it happens a second time. Wait, that didn't hit him? They're saying that's a foul ball? What? It hit the bat behind his head. The pitch hit the bat behind his head, and it's just a foul ball. Full count. Good Lord. The pitch. Top of the zone, and McCann takes ball 4. Jeez Louise. Well, we got 2 men on. The tying run is on deck. Gunnar Henderson's coming up. And you know what happens when Gunnar Henderson comes up? We go over here now. Come on, number 1455. You might be the difference between a miracle comeback. First pitch to Gunnar over the plate but low for ball 1. Man, if it wasn't for that double play ball. If it wasn't for that double play ball, Gunnar would be the tying run at the plate right now. No, I take that back. The tying run would be on deck. So we got a ways to go. 1-1 the count as Henderson takes a called strike. Henderson is 3 for 4 today. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. A pitch over the plate, but low. And down to their final strike. This crowd in Seattle is on their feet. Gunnar Henderson. A 1-2 pitch. Lays off one. Low and away. 2-2 the count. Hey, thank you, Robert. Have a good rest of your holiday, my friend. 2-2 pitch to Gunnar. Is swung on, hit on the ground. Softly to second, a flip, and they get the final out of the ball game. Henderson hustling down the line. Brandon Hyde taking a look to see if there's any challenge attempt, but Gunnar was certainly out. This ball game is going to be over. And in come the Mariners from the outfield. That's it. The Mariners pick up the final game in this 3-game series. The Orioles take the series. What about the hat? What about it? You going to blame the hat for not making it any worse than it already was when I put it on? I believe with the hat on, the Orioles won 1-0. Because I put, why boo the hat? I put the hat on in the top of the 8th, and since then we were ahead 1-0 the rest of the way. So what did the hat do, my friend? Why are you booing the hat, my friend? What happened? My friend? The hat? The hat really doesn't like the disrespect. The hat is now concerned. Final score, Seattle 7, Baltimore 3. We take 2 out of 3. We head on down to Oakland, where I expect us to at least do the same, if not sweep. That's what I want. Unfortunately, Corbin Burnes, you expected more from the hat. Okay, well, maybe that's the problem. You take what you... It's like going to Willy Wonka's factory and going, you know, I was expecting more of this candy, this free candy everywhere. Where's the rest? All right, final score 7-3. The Orioles had 10 hits on the day. Man, it's a tough one. Corbin Burnes could have gotten his 10th win of the season today. That did not come to fruition. Brian Baker came in and did not get the job done. Keegan Aiken, the same. It was a bad day for the bullpen. Hey, guys, it's okay. It's okay. Look, Jack, it's fine. No need for you two guys to start going at it. It's all good, guys. Come on. It's the frickin' 4th of July, all right? We lost. Let's not make an Orioles loss when we're doing just fine. We're still in first place. Everything's cool. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. It is what yeah. Just don't blame the hat, is all I'm saying, my friend. Again, the hat is here. You signed up for the channel. You signed up for the hat. I'm sorry. It's a part of the BirdWatcher lore. Okay? It'd be like saying, get rid of the tomato patch out there in left field at Memorial Stadium. Down the line there. No, you ain't getting rid of the tomato patch. Hell no. All right. Let's forget about this stupid game and look at tomorrow's game against Oakland. Yeah, don't make me pull the frickin' car over. All right, look. The Phillies lost. The frickin' Yankees lost. The Yankees got swept. It's a frickin' 4th of frickin' July. Just have a frickin' good time, all right? Let's go over to ESPN here for a minute. Can you guys see the light coming up behind me now? We're going to look at tomorrow's matchup with Oakland. I can't even remember what the hell we're doing. I think that whoever's on the mound for the A's tomorrow, I ain't never heard of this guy in my life. So I need to look this up. Or I think if me and Janet took a road trip with the rest of Chad, it'd be a lot like National Lampoon's Vacation. I think I'd make a perfect Clark Griswold. What am I looking for here? Here we go. We don't do well against the worst teams. Well, what are we talking about? Today's loss because Seattle's in first place. Are you concerned about Oakland? We can't go to Oakland being concerned. The only thing to be concerned about in Oakland is the area neighborhood and the post-apocalyptic nightmare that whole damn area's turned into. Okay, here we go. What do we got here tomorrow? Albert Suarez. Here we go. Hogan Harris. This sounds like a guy starring in a sitcom coming out this fall on CBS. Hanging with Hogan. Hogan and the Gang. Hogan Harris? Who the hell is this guy? Who the hell are you? 1-2, 3.18 ERA, $1.31 WHIP, 6 homers in 39 2/3 innings. I like that. He does walk a few guys too. We're gonna have to beat up on Hogan. Hey Hogan, listen to me, brother. I'll meet you in the ring. Steel cage, anytime, Hogan. Bring it. Sorry, I'm trying to do a wrestling promo. Albert Suarez will be on the mound. By the way, it's 6 a.m. The sun is up. I'm kind of stoned and tired. So if you're wondering why I'm acting like an absolute ass, that's pretty much all the reasons. So Albert Suarez will be on the mound. 4-2 record. Albert's staying in the rotation for now. Come on back tomorrow. The first pitch for this one is at 9:40 p.m. That is 9:30. I will be on the air. 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, folks. Okay, a little bit earlier than that last night game last night in Seattle. So it's not going to be too late of a night. I'm sure you can handle it. How you doing there, Charm City chat? You ready to go out there and watch some fireworks? I'm a little jealous, I got to tell you. Days like this, your boy feels a little bit homesick. Yeah, it's time for a toke. I think Mitch has got the right idea. It's time for a toke and maybe run down to the old 7-Eleven for the old iced latte. A happy 5th to me and the hat. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for making amends with the hat. The hat only wants your love and affection. The hat is here for you. The hat is good. Thank you to everybody here in Charm City chat. I really enjoy calling the games and spending my time with you guys. I wish I had the ability to read every single one of your comments and interact more than I do, but you understand how it goes, right? But, yeah, I'm talking too much. You guys have a holiday to get back to. All right, maybe your boy's already feeling a little bit lonely here. I don't know. I know I'm going to shut the stream down. You guys are going to go back to your 4th of July celebrations, fireworks to come, and for me, it's just what is it? It's a Thursday morning when nothing going on. All right. Keep chat going. Just hang out. All right. Who wants to hang out here for another 6 or 7 hours? Anybody? Why are there 86 people still here? Eleanor Rigby. I don't know. I tell you what. I look at all the lonely people. And whenever I can't find one, all I do is pop out a mirror. You know what I mean? Hey, That's going to do it for me. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the support. And now, deep thoughts with Oriole BirdWatcher. Hey, we're 43 away now from 15 hundo. You guys rule. Chris, thanks for modding. Janet, thanks for modding. Rob, thanks for modding. Card Craze, thanks for modding. Everybody else, thanks for the Magic members. Thanks for the regular chatters. Thanks for anyone who's donated to the channel in any way, shape, or form. Folks, have a good 4th of July. That's it for me. This has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Go watch some fireworks.